Hey, what's new today? All right, so obviously this is not a good time for me to stream, but there is no good time right now. This is a bad time for this all to go down, all the news and everything. But yeah, I'm busy, man. I'm busy, but kids are gonna be loud. It's a terrible time to stream. It's the only time I got, and I don't have much time, so I better make the most of it. Yeah, just going back. First off, if you didn't hear, they are giving refunds for tickets. I got an email. I think everyone should have gotten an email, so don't worry about that. Refunds for tickets to the con. The only thing that hesitated me saying that is because no one said anything at the beginning. They didn't say you'll be getting refunds back or anything. It was kind of all mum's the word, and so no one was sure. But it worked out, so we can calm down on that. It's fine, And even if we weren't getting a refund, I particularly wasn't going to be hurt, right? I mean, it was for a good cause. It was going to be a good thing. It was going to be a lot of fun. I should mention also in the video, someone who doesn't like Ryan made a good point about this that I want to give credit for, is that what if ticket sales were so low, like they were below 200? Would Ryan been able to save and it's not just Ryan, but other channels too, would they have been able to save the con that way? No, if ticket sales were below 200, you're absolutely right. It wouldn't have made a difference. If they were in the 150 range, yeah, I think that it would have gotten them over the hump. But either way, it's neither here nor there. Right now, we're all playing like Monday morning quarterback. What could have gone, what they could have done, what they should have done, what they could have done this. Could they gotten a better venue or a cheaper venue or lower venue or could they have marketed better? Yeah, I mean, all the above, right? All the above. But it is what it is. The other thing, I just thought, Ryan told me after our More Civilized Age stream, he said, hey, man, if they don't want me there, I get it. I get it. I don't want to piss anyone off. I don't want to ruin anyone's weekend. He wanted to go really bad because he loves those authors. He loves those people. He wouldn't, he just wants to see them. But he wanted me to check with Kyle or Kyle to call him to say, is it okay for me to come? And if they say no, it's fine. So because he can understand why some people can be extremely triggered by him. But he just wanted to go see the EU. But of course, certain people, it's not for him. But that was just and Ryan's humility there just really got me, and so made it a little passionate video. Anyway, sorry, you're going to hear this. Toys going off. I mean, I can't help. This is why we don't stream before 8. It's a madhouse in here. So you're going to hear Ride 'em Cowboy all day long. Dude's got his cowboy hat on. He's rocking it today. I can't even hear. So let's see. Just to talk about, hey, Bubba, no more. Okay. But anyway, so some con plans that I had that now are scrapped. Obviously, there was some more special guests I was going to introduce. They were going to come in. It was my idea to be the troll and not tell anyone that Ryan was coming. And Ryan hated that idea. He did not want to do that. He did not want to shock people. He didn't want to make a big deal about himself. He wanted to get permission first, see if it was okay, if everyone would be okay with it. If not, he'd stay away. But he really wanted to meet those authors and everything. And so I said, well, let's just make it a surprise and bring you anyway. I'll get you a ticket. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. So I was the troll in that case. It didn't work out. Because every time someone tries to, exclude people based on ideologies or anything like that, I get upset by that. I think we should just be more nicer to people. But that's just me. Anyway, let's see. What else? So yeah, of course I was going to bring Yub Nub, which is going to be a lot of fun. I was in talks about a Minox nest, bringing them back. Thank you, crew. Yeah. It's Ryan and I do a More Civilized Age. And basically, crew, the idea is just to show people that people of different backgrounds. We talk with someone, crew, that is a fan of Disney Star Wars too. Like, she actually gives that a fair shot too. I want her on there to show we can all be friends. We all love the expanded universe, right? But we all come from different backgrounds. We can all talk about some things. We can talk and discuss things as normal people and not point to, oh, well, you like this, or you believe in that, or you live here, or you do this, or whatever. Oh yeah, the Austin X-Wing books are excellent. But that's the whole purpose of it. And we're going to be adding another member, hopefully soon to it, another full-time host to it, with another different background, just to kind of reaffirm that, hey, we can all talk like civilized people. Yeah, well, we got the nerdy Star Wars. You're going to have to watch the nerd off you when we get done with this podcast. But people of just different backgrounds and different likes and dislikes and different beliefs, different political point of views, we can all get together and have fun and talk about Star Wars, which is what the expanding universe should be about, which is why I got really upset, because Ryan was really humble about it, and I got really upset by that they didn't want him. And he was like, hey, if they don't want me, I understand. I get it. And I was like, no, man, I'm really mad now, I at work one time, I stepped up for, I don't smoke, but they were banning smoking. And the thing was, they made smokers stand out in the busiest street ever. I mean, a busy street where cars are zooming by. Everyone's driving with their phone in their face these days. And I saw these smokers running back onto the curb when a car came zooming by. I was like, we're trying to kill these smokers. So we worked out something to give them something, a little safe place to smoke. I don't smoke. I don't even think it's healthy for you. But I didn't like that we were basically ostracizing smoker and penalizing them for no. I thought it was unfair treatment. So anytime I see unfair treatment like that, I just think excluding, expanding universe, saying no, it's only going to be for these people who think and act just like me, that is inherently wrong. That is inherently wrong. And there's a few people, I'm sure, on the Legends Con board who I don't know. I don't know names. Everyone's trying to guess names. I don't know. Even if I did, I wouldn't say anything. But I'm sure those people hate the piss out of me right now. I'm sure that, no doubt, they hate the piss out of me. And guess what? I don't hate them. That isn't that funny. They can say the nastiest thing, and they're going to say the nastiest things behind closed doors, usually when they're all safe in their own little text or chat, or I don't know what's out there. But the thing is, though, I still, and I even know some people. I put two and two together. Some people outright hate me. I just don't have the hate. There's just not hate there. There just isn't. They're EU fans to me. I'd love to talk EU. They don't want to talk EU with me. I don't think like them in other viewpoints. So therefore, I am the enemy. But that's just not reciprocal. It's just not reciprocal. I just don't have that hate. I just don't. Maybe I should. Oh, you should hear some of the things, Matt, they say about you online. Well, if I heard everything everyone had to say online about me, I'd kill myself, right? It doesn't matter in the long run, right? It does. Sticks and stones, man. Sticks and stones. Sticks and stones. See that character, speak to that person. Like I said, I've gotten to meet Ryan in person. He's a cool, laid-back guy. I like him. You would have loved to come. See, crew, that's one number. And like I said, the fair assessment that I gave earlier is someone did challenge me who doesn't like Ryan. Hey, what if they had less than 200 sales? Could he have still sold over? Probably not. Probably not. We're talking in the 100, 150 range. I think there would have been a difference there. I just feel that way. Now, how can you prove that, man? I can't. How can you know that would have been it? You may not have been it. True. You feel like I'm going to get mad that you're questioning my opinion? I don't care. It's fine. You can have your own opinion. I know this Legends Expo thinks that they won. There's no way. There's no way. They didn't stop them from anything. They got a great crew. They got a guy from Lucasfilm to come MC, which I know on a more civilized stage we questioned that. But later on, we kind of dug in, did our homework. Ryan and I did. We found on his bookshelf on X, there were some Legends books. So he's got to be a Legends fan, right? If a Disney guy, a Disney Star Wars guy is emceeing a Legends thing, so he had to be a fan. And the more I thought about it, I was like, well, you know what? That's a really good idea. Because if he's a fan of it and he sees the positiveness from the fandom and sees them enjoying something, he could take that back to Lucasfilm and go, hey, guys, these people really love that Legend story. Can we do something? Can we grease some wheels, move something to get that story to continue? The more I think about it, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. But instead, you saw it fall apart, where ironically, it could have happened if people would have been more open-minded. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's all water under the bridge now. Another thing, yeah, it'd been better marketing. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? The thing's going to be picked over this topic's going to be picked over for months, weeks at least, maybe not months, but weeks at least, about what woulda, shoulda, coulda. And it's all right. It is what it is. Like I said, those people are all receiving waves of hate, lots of trust lost, lots of hurt feelings, lots of animosity toward people. Like, I mean, as predicted, mosquitoes are crowing, even though they're still mosquitoes. I'm sure Expo's laughing it off. They're rejoicing that Legends Con has fallen, even though they could not stop it. It was outside their influence. They didn't influence mad low ticket sales. Legends Con, in a way, in my opinion, shot themselves in the foot and cut themselves short on marketing when they could have gotten out there to a bigger market and just refused to do so. Again, total opinion there. But the thing is, though, Legends Expo is going to fall for the same reasons. They're going to fall for the exact same reason. They're not going to be able to connect to the base fandom. They're not going to. They're going to be very exclusive with who they want to go about, and it's not going to make. It's just not going to make. So, and if it does, if I'm wrong, like I said, please come on the channel and make fun of me. Matt was wrong. We'll have a Matt was wrong stream. You can come here and say you were wrong. That's fine. I'd love that. But at this point, it seems like I'm the only one that won't be surprised when they get canceled. Everyone's going to be shocked. But either way, let's see. Other things, we're going to do a Minox nest. I was in talks of Daniel and Tristan coming, another secret I was keeping. Of course, that wasn't going to work. Kyle knows this because we had talked about me selling T-shirts, Matt's Expanding Universe T-shirts. I was like, yeah. And then I thought, what a dumb idea. What, after the first 20 go through, is that going to be it? I'm not going to sell T-shirts. So what I did is I put in an order for, I can't remember what, 100 large, X large, and double X large. I can't remember, 25 large, 50 X large, and 25 double X large. It may be too big for everyone, but at least someone gets a size or shirt. And I was just going to give them away. And I was hopefully, when they were doing a fan panel, I wanted to be scheduled early that morning on the first day so I could reveal special guests, people who were there, have some fun, and then give out free T-shirts. I just thought that'd be fun. And thankfully, I was able to cancel the order in time. So I'd put that order in that week and then found out. I was like, oh, okay. So I reversed it. Lucasfilm guy emceeing the event would have shut the loud folks up at Lucasfilm about Legends fans being terrible people. Yeah, I think so, Jedi Acolyte, because like I said, I was so confused by this announcement, and we had to dig. But on his bookshelf, he has some Legends stuff. So obviously, it's a Lucasfilm employee who has Legends. Okay, I don't know much about this guy, I'm sad to say, but he likes, guess what? He likes Expanded Universe. I like him. I don't have a problem with him. Imagine that. Usually you have to know everything about them and see if there's something you disagree with them. Let me check his Twitter feed. Did he say something that I hate? He probably does, but I don't care. He's a Legends fan. That's all that matters to me, an Expanded Universe fan. So for that reason, welcome. Good. And yes, I think if he could have seen that love, support, and everything there, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. And I think he could have been a good ambassador to try to maybe grease the wheels and give us more stories. But, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But I'd be interested in meeting him and knowing his story. I'm not biased. I don't care who he voted for. I don't. I don't. I don't. And I didn't say that to be vindictive, but I just don't think there'll be another Legends Con. They've just collectively, they've just lost the trust of everyone, right? And it is what it is, right? As I said, Joe Bongiorno's dissenters will double. That's sad. That's sad. Other people would be distrusted and blamed. Fingers will be pointed everywhere. And that's a shame. But you'll just ride out that wave and it'll be back to normal before you know it. It's just sad. And the people who wanted to silo themselves off from the rest of the fandom and just form their own little, I hate the word echo chamber now. It's used so much. But, just be of one mind, only this type of people can be an EU fan. They will splinter and they will implode. How do I know that? It has happened a million times in the fandom. It happens a million times in the fandom over and over and over again. So I'm not worried about that either. And this is not just because Legends Con didn't make this time. Oh, it's a hurt to the fandom. Oh, the fandom has lost its way. No. I'm still talking about, I'm rewatching Clone Wars. I'll be rewatching a lot of the other cartoons and TV shows, giving my opinion of the EU. I'll still be going through the role-playing material later on. I'll be doing deep dives into everything. I'm having a great time exploring the EU still. I've never stopped doing that. I was really excited about Legends Con. I really wanted to go. There's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen. It's not happening. Okay, bummed, disappointed. Check. Ready to move on. Check. Oh yeah, Star Wars Scran. Need to have that guy on sometime. Currently reading Jedi Academy trilogy. Almost done with the second book. I like extra content stuff so far. I love the Jedi Academy trilogy. If you just came to my channel, I really love Kevin J. Anderson, which not many fans loved back in the day. He got a lot of hate. He got a lot of love too, but probably more hate on the online forums. And back then, I was very divisive. I was like, "You idiots! Kevin J. Anderson is the best author ever." Back when you got hot and heavy over that stuff. Now it doesn't matter. But I really do. I reread Jedi Academy trilogy, and I still love it. I still think it's great. And there's a lot of people, my close friends, who hate it. Did I say, then we can't be friends anymore? I'm not going to stream with you anymore. We're not, because Ryan doesn't like it. He hates it. He thinks it's stupid, but I love it. But that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions. Like the website. If you didn't know, the website's gone. Legends Con totally took that news out, but a few people found out. So we put the website to retirement now. Like I said, just the expense of it and just running it. And I like to have articles. I like to have fans putting their input. That's what it started off to be. But then it got to be a chore to get more. And someone said, well, you don't have to put content on there, Matt. You don't have to. Just leave it as it is. Yeah, but we were growing that website, man, every year. I didn't know this, but we had to buy more what's it called? Memory, RAM, whatever we had, because the site was getting more traffic. We had to buy another tier. We had actually lifted up another tier, my IT guy told me. So I was like, oh, I said, how did it get to be this much? He went, remember, the traffic got too much and we had to bump up another tier. I was like, oh. So, and the articles got 96%. 96%, I think, of views were from the art. And I mean, I don't blame you. I like the articles too. I just read them all. I was the one that got to read them first. And so that was a lot of fun doing stuff like that. But there was a lack of interest in submission. People do videos, people do posts. People don't want to do websites anymore. They got their Discords and whatnot. And I get it. I'm not being sour about this at all. And so I said, well, you should keep it for the quote bank and stuff like that. And yeah, but 1-2% of people were looking at that. And then man, it's just about views and everything. Well, it's about keeping it relative and not being a stale website. I liked it to have a lot of articles on there. That was just me. I mean, but the thing is, I didn't have the time and it's gone now. And that's fine. There's no bitterness about that. Okay, you don't hate it, but you think, I mean, here's people saying I always love KJ. Surfer knows what's good. I won't get to see you, will I, Eddie? I don't hate it, but I think it's kind of simple. That's fine. I mean, and the thing is, though, it's fine. It's your opinion, right? Why would I get mad at your opinion? This is the problem that a lot of people have, is like, I'm giving you my opinion and I'm going to argue. I mean, we can have a friendly argument and debate about it, but at the end, it is an opinion, right? I hate iJedi, and that is a lot of people's number one. Brian Borg, a good friend of mine, that's his number one book of all time, and I can't stand. I hate it even more rereading it a second time. I really did try to give it a benefit of the doubt and said, did I come down too hard on it? No, I still number one that I hate, and that's a really beloved book, and not because everyone loves it, it's because I hate it. Not trying to be cool and different. It's just an opinion. Like on the website, Maxine, my favorite person from Rhode Island, put up an excellent article on Knight Errant. Gave a defense of Kara Holt, which I would never do. I thought that story was garbage. It is in my top 10 worst out there. Because once I read it, when I was doing the review, after I'd finished the book, I couldn't remember what was going on. I couldn't remember names or anything. I just totally lost my information. And then something happened to the video and I had to re-record it. I didn't feel like going back and just skimming through my notes. And so I just gave a poor review and left it at that because I was just so disinterested and Knight Errant. But I appreciated to hear a different opinion. Isn't that a wild concept? Someone gives me a different opinion of why they like it, and I'm fine with that. I mean, that's legend, so I guess that's easy. But someone who likes, how many times have I spoke the same message, folks, at the very beginning? My Prince of the Universe podcast originally had Bruce on there. He was going to watch New Canon and listen and read New Canon. I was not. And we were showing the internet that you can still be friends and enjoy both type of Star Wars. But then it mutated in, we hate Phantom Menace people. So a Phantom Menace person joined me. And Ryan, Phantom Menace really isn't a thing anymore, but that was very controversial. We don't like Phantom Menace people. If they like the EU, that's really all I care about. So we'll be adding someone else with a different opinion, maybe, than me. But who loves expanded universe, because that's the point. The point is stop looking at our differences. It feels like such a hippie statement to make when I ever say that. Stop looking at our differences. Just find out what we have in common. I'm not going to cry over it. But honestly, if you start talking and dealing with people and building on what you have in common, you really can have a civilized conversation and debate about anything. Maybe I'm a dreamer. I dream my life away. So that's the Ozzy Osbourne song. Dude, I haven't heard that song in forever. I'm going to listen to that song right after this stream. Making it your life goal to read every EU novel. Good for you. You got a long way ahead of you, I'm sure, but that's going to be fun. And crew, not all of them are winners. Some of them are stinkers. All my reviews I did a Matt's Expanded Universe where I try not to spoil too much of the story, but give my overall thoughts. There's my kid again, riding his horse. Okay. Anyway, put your cowboy hat on. You got to have your cowboy hat on. You're riding that horse. There you go. Yeehaw there. Giddy up. Anyway, he sings the song too. This is a horse that sings. If I had known that effing rocking horse singed, I would have chopped up into firewood months ago. Yeah, I don't like Shatterpoint. It's one of your favorites. That's fine, right? It's just an opinion. I still don't like it though. But again, you love it. And a lot of people, I'll be honest, I would even bet Darth Tamaris, I am in the minority. I would even say I'm in the minority on hating it. I think a majority of people love that, so majority wins. There you go. But I'm fine with that. We're all, and back in the day, Darth Tamaris, I would have fought you tooth and nail in the forums about how awful that book was. And now I've realized through maturity, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It's just opinions. It's okay. You can still have civilized, but you could have more civilized conversations building upon what you have in common. Anyway. You love iJedi. There you go. And Surfer 76, Eddie, everyone does, right? It's only Matt and a few bitter other people. That's the truth. A majority of people I don't think like Kevin J. Anderson. They didn't in the forums. I was the only one. And that just shows my taste is different. That's all it is. That's all. You think they could have painted the X-Wing correctly on the cover, though, Eddie? Come on, you got to be honest with me. Is it Eddie? I keep saying Eddie. Surfer 76. Hey, Michael. Oh, yeah. It is what it is. Michael had a good weekend. He got to play in games. Michael is my friend. Got me a Spartacus Primus Edition, Matt. It looks so nice. I just roll it out, and I'm not lying. I roll it out and look at it every day. Just look at it. I'm super happy about that. I'm super happy. So thank you again. But shout out to Michael there. Yeah, see, some people didn't like Shatterpoint. Yeah, it's just an opinion. Has he wrote any other EU novels that I will eventually read? Well, he wrote Darksaber, which, to be honest, a lot of people like Darksaber. That's the one book a lot of people like. He did he edited the Tales of Mos Eisley, Tales from Bounty Hunters, Tales from Jabba's Palace. He wrote some short stories there. Lots of short stories for West End Games, Star Wars Gamer, Star Wars Insider. He did a lot of comic books. Tales of the Jedi. He took over Tales of the Jedi from why did that name escape me now? I don't know, but he took over Tales. Doggone it. I can't think of who that person's name is right now. It's going to say in the comments. Because I have the stupid horse that sings that I cannot stand. May chop it up for firewood. Okay. Oh, thank you, Griff. That's okay. I mean, it's a done deal. It's just a disappointment. Just a disappointment. I believe I did have it rolled up the correct way. Yeah, because I don't want it curved up on the edges. I want it curved down like that. So I do have it. It came the other way around though, because I was going to say I rolled it out first. But yes, I do. Yes. All of my mats are curled up that way. This one did arrive, I think, with the black on the outside. But I guess they did that for shipping. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Just trying to catch up with the email. But yeah, overall, I mean, yeah, we did have nice plans for it. Legends Con, but it's gone. It's okay. It's a thing of the past now. Like I said, there's still some people stewing in hatred. Legends Expo had nothing to do with the demise. You know, they made crow for victory. They're nothing. They got nothing. It's a nice thing. It doesn't mean that the EU's floundering, that the EU's failed for some reason. It's just there was a lot of missteps. Okay, there's just missteps, and it didn't make it. But it is what it is. I mean, we're disappointed. A lot of people are angry. And by the way, I do know I've heard from a lot more people losing out a lot of money. You know, and yeah, that's awful. I hate it. I really hate that. It sucks. It does suck. People bought a ticket who usually don't buy plane tickets, and now they have a non-refundable ticket, but they have credit. Where else are they going to go? They don't want to go anywhere else. They wanted to go to the con. And I mean, but again, remember, it wasn't done calculatingly or to pull the rug out of anyone else. It just is what it is. And yes, missteps. I have my own opinions. They are mine. But you know, do I like the Old Republic more or the post original trilogy more? Old Republic, though, there's a lot of fans. I didn't play the video games crew. I'm not a video game guy. So I tried to review KOTOR once. That was a terrible idea because I didn't really know everything about it. I just saw a little video about it and went from that, or maybe saw like the storyline of it a long time ago and tried to go by that, and I was just so off. So one day, though, someone gave a good suggestion. I do want to go to RPGs next, but then someone said, would you be interested in watching all the storylines from KOTOR and Old Republic and stuff like that and give your thoughts? Yeah, maybe. Years later from now, that'd be 2026, 2027 territory, because I'm going to review all the RPGs. I won't finish rewatch till probably September. There's possibly going to be some more Matt's Expanded Universe. And then I'll go into the RPG reviews, a deep dive into them. And then, yeah, maybe so. I mean, who knows? That's the thing. The Expanded Universe was awesome. It was out there. It was expanded. It was awesome. I like people who celebrate it, no matter what side of the aisle they sit on. It doesn't matter. Your favorite era is Rise of the Empire. Nice. Shadow games? I love Shadow games. The Yavin, I also read the Yavin Yasilica comic. And what it terrors to add to the ending of the Crispin trilogy. Yavin Yasilica. I don't know that. What is... Oh, sorry, I gotta type that in. I'm not familiar with it. Vasilica. Oh, Underworld. Yeah, okay, got it. Sorry, Underworld. Yeah, I've read that. Yeah. Yeah, they just try to add on to it, and it's not AC Crispin writing it. They shouldn't have done it. Sorry, I didn't recognize Underworld there. No, I haven't seen the cinematics from the Old Republic, and that's what someone was saying. Watch the storyline to Coacher 1, Coacher 2, the Old Republic ones, and give us your thoughts on that. That's a great idea. After rewatch, I don't want to keep watching stuff. I have a hard time sitting down and watching TV programs. But either way, let's see what else we got. But I would be interested in doing that later on down the road. Absolutely. Plagueis and Labyrinth Weaver, excellent. Well, that's a good. Darth Tamer says if the EU wasn't selling, Disney wouldn't be reprinting them, right? Those essential legends keep selling, so they keep making them. No, Legends Con and Legends Expo are two different things. Legends Con just canceled. Legends Expo will announce their cancellation later on this year. I'm slightly being sarcastic, Terrence, when I say the second half, but I'm the only one who thinks they're not going to make. Just because you can just see the writing on the wall. But again, looks like I'm the only one who thinks that. No, that's fine, Griff. I was just confused. I mean, shoot, I didn't know. I couldn't remember. But Underworld, yeah, I've read Underworld. At first, you got me thinking. I was like, am I missing it? What am I thinking? And, so Underworld, yeah. Yeah, Underworld wasn't the great. Comic books really had some high points, but to me, it had more low points than high points. The Star Wars EU comic books in general did. Well, you can't hit them all. You can't. Is it wonder why they release stinkers along with well-received books? You can't hit home runs. Like I said, AC Crispin and Vonda and McIntyre were big in Star Trek, and so they thought that was transferable to Star Wars. And I heard Kevin J. Anderson say this, and the difference, in his opinion, was Anne asked for help. She wanted some insight on Star Wars fans. She did her study. She did her homework. Vonda didn't want anyone's help. She just wanted to write her own Star Wars story. And if you look at it, it plays more like a weird, odd Star Trek. It's nothing like Star Wars. Even though, in straight seriousness, someone said that Crystal Star was their favorite, and they weren't joking with me. And she said she was a big Vonda M. McIntyre fan. And when she wrote Star Wars, she said, I'm going to buy that book. Wrote Crystal Star, loved it, and then bought the other books because of Crystal Star. And was an EU fan because of Crystal Star because she loved Vonda McIntyre. There's one in every fandom, right? Who knew? And secretly, Geeks Attic is a huge Crystal Star fan. You already bought the most expensive package for Legends Expo? I don't know if you're kidding or not. But I'm the only one who thinks it's not going to make. But they had nothing to do with Legends Con's demise. And no kidding, got it. And like I said, for there's a lot of people, mad at some of the things I said, but and I'm not I'm not trying to act like a know-it-all or anything. But there obviously was missteps, right, along the way. We know that. But this is to me, it's already kind of water under the bridge. And look at us. We're already talking EU again. I love that. That's great. That's exactly what the conversation can be about. And that's exactly what the conversation is. And to be honest, when I'm looking through Filoni's Clone Wars, and when I'm done with it, we're going to do a more civilized age on it, because I think I know a slightly big YouTuber who's a big Clone Wars defender. And I may ask that person to come on. I may ask a couple people to come on and defend it, because I'm going to tear it apart. I'll be fair as I can, but I am going to tear some things apart. But I want people on there to get a counter view about it, right? Don't just want one viewpoint. I've always said that, actually, on my channel on Matt's Expanded Universe. if you know, I've always said, hey, and I really don't want people not to read a book just because Matt didn't like it. Just because I didn't like it means it's no good. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. You may love it. You may love it. To each their own, right? Are you going to rewatch the Micro series? What is you mean the Jenny Tartovsky? Yeah, that's next. Jenny Tartovsky. Then I'm going to watch Droids, then Ewoks, the cartoon, then the Ewoks movies, and then the holiday special. Even though that will be, to my calculations, it'll be mid-September when I get to that. Do I want to do holiday special in mid-September, or do I want to do some RPG reviews and then come back with one more rewatch for the holiday season? I don't know. The Star Wars holiday special will be the last thing I do on rewatch. So I'm up in the air. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. But again, and more Matt's Expanded Universe is coming. TCW helped you fall in love with Star Wars. Okay, but it's atrocious. Oh, that's funny. That's what brought you in. That's funny. And by the way, there's a lot of Clone Wars people. And on those channels, when I do those reviews, there's always someone defending it right, and then always someone cutting it down or agreeing with me. And the thing is, it doesn't matter either way. The defenders I love just as much as the people who agree with me. I really do. One guy, when I said it was the weakest part of D Squad, he went, actually, Matt, that's my favorite episode from D Squad. And it ties into the free comic book day that was given out in 2010 or 2012. I was like, whoa, I missed that connection. You know, I had to go look at my free comic book to see. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. So I didn't know that. It still is a sucky episode, but but again, that's just opinion. It's opinion. But if I was in charge of Legends Con, I would definitely ban anyone who was an Ahsoka fan. I'm kidding. The more you get into the EU, the less you like TCW. And crew right now I'm doing rewatch, and I'm trying to be as objective as I can because I really hated Clone Wars. And there are good stuff. In fact, the earlier stuff, the first 3 seasons, I think, had mostly good stuff when it didn't have Ahsoka. I can't stand Ahsoka. But 4, 5, it just drops. It starts to drop, I think. But if you focus on just the clones, it was good, usually. And I'm trying to be as fair as I can. And I don't mind if people disagree. Yeah, and like I said, I love that those comments are just as good. How you dressed as cat? All right. Oh, thank you, Brandon Day. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Ryan and I have been friends for a long time. If you go back, way back on his channel, I was his first guest. Early guest on his channel. Because he had a small channel of just like 100 or so, a couple hundred. And he asked if I would come on. I said, absolutely, dude. And I mean, that dude shot up. I mean, just rocketed in popularity. And he's been the good friend now. I mean, this guy's, way into the 6 figures on subs, and he still comes faithfully every month and comes to do my podcast still. And that's really kind of him. He's a busy guy. YouTube is his life now. That's his moneymaker. And he still makes time for me. And that's a good friend. And we talk all the time. I was early back in the day. I got his number and everything. So fortunate for that. And he'll respond and blow up because I know he's super busy. But good guy. I'm happy for his success. Again, Ryan and I don't always see eye to eye on things, And sometimes his message is something I disagree with. But it doesn't matter, right? I love the guy. He's a nice guy. And if you've met him, Brandon, at any of these events he's had, he's just super cool, laid back, super normal. His channel is him dialed up to an 11. And in real life, you dial back Ryan, he's about a 6. Except when he's hungry. That dude's like an 8 from his channel, maybe up to 9. Ryan is the funniest hangry person I've ever met. So, but just an awesome guy. Awesome guy. I will hang out with him again one day. But thanks for coming on the channel. Hope it doesn't bore you. It's not as controversial as Ryan's. Happy to be in my life. Well, thank you. Thank you. You prefer gritty or takes on the Clone? Well, the comic books really did. Like Clone Wars Republic. Whoo! I mean, Battle of Jabim, that's harsh stuff. I mean, I think that's where the comic books really shine better than the books in most places was the Clone Wars. Tales of the Jedi Redemption is good. Prodigal Knight, and it's Kevin Janderson, right? So I should love it. I do, but I also love the original ending of Tales of the Jedi. And now rereading it all, I like the original ending better. Now, I felt like Redemption should have been a longer storyline with Ulick Qel-Droma teaching Vima. I wanted that relationship to grow over a few comic books and everything. And I want everything to kind of simmer a little. Things felt so rushed in Redemption. And I didn't realize that until I reread it again. And man, they should have just taken their time. We should have more episodes like this. I mean, issues like this, and they didn't. And again, I kind of like the ending of the original one better than Redemption. Though when Redemption came out, even when it had Kevin Janderson's name on it, I said, nope, no. You do not destroy the ending of Tales of the Jedi. Because remember, this Redemption came out years later. And when I read it, I was like, I like this one even more. But reading it again, am I the only one? The storyline just felt really rushed. I didn't like that. Yeah, I made a slip on Ryan, because I don't, for people of Ryan fans who are here for the first time, I don't watch the new canon. I know nothing about it. I swore off Star Wars the moment it got bought by Disney. I'm known as the prophet who knew that they would run Star Wars into the ground. I was saying this a long time ago. You can check out one of my videos. I made a joke about spoilers for Episode 7 when they announced Harrison Ford had signed on. I said, spoilers, Han Solo will die. And I knew that because he hated the character. He wants to do another Indiana Jones. Lucasfilm did not want to do another Indiana Jones. So I bet when Hans, and I was correct. I was correct on this, that when Harrison Ford signed on, he said, I will sign on for 2 conditions. You kill off my character and give me another Indy. And I knew that well before Episode 7 even hit theaters. I guessed that one. I also guessed the ending of Episode 9 as Episode 7 came out. I told everyone how it would end and got it right. Again, I knew the EU and I knew what stories they were borrowing. I knew it. How sweet is it that everyone whined and complained about a cloned emperor? And that's what they did for Episode 9. Yeah! And everyone had these top 10 things. Why I'm happy the expanded universe is no longer canon. Number 1, Dark Empire, a cloned emperor. And now no one says that. Yes. Okay. Go pick up. Okay. Hold on just a moment. Sorry, that's what I have with kids here. Usually I don't stream it this time because it's nuts until they go to bed. The KOTOR comic books are excellent. Honestly, it's hard to say if that's John Jackson Miller's finest thing because he did also write Kenobi. But those KOTOR comic books are unbelievably good. There's not a single character I dislike. Any character that they stick on, I'm like, yeah, I like this. And that he had it planned, all 50 issues, he knew, because he planted the seeds. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a big reveal, and it shows you panels from past comic books that says, you should have seen this from a long time ago. And reading it for a second time, I already knew the twist, and sure enough, all the clues were there. And I was going, oh my God, I'd never reread that since reading the first time. I was like, it was right here the whole time. And how smart was that? This was years. And comic books come out once a month. It was years in the planning, this big reveal. And we never saw it. It's going to be wonderful. And I like how I wish they would have said what issue the panel was from. But later on, they show those same panels. When I reread, I was like, shut up. Shut up. It's so good. AOG. Yeah, Republic was an awesome comic book. Bao Jabin. Oh, moving, huh? Brandon, getting stuff unpacked. Don't lose things, Brandon. Brandon, when I brought my collection up, I have a huge EU book collection. I lost what? I'm talking. Go play. I'm going. What? Oh, okay. I have to change the diaper. Do I have to change the diaper? Okay. Anyway, I threw the empty cardboard box away. Did not realize that one of the little digest comic books from the Clone Wars was stuck underneath one of the leaves of the folds of the cardboard box, threw it all away. And then when I was doing my reread, I went, where is that comic book? Had to pay $75 for a busted up library version. $75 because the other one was worth $150. And I was like, but I had to have it. So, and it sucks because mine was in pristine condition. And I just did not check the flap. I didn't even think I was missing it. So don't lose books like me. Be smart. Well, we both share a hatred for Filoni. That's true. That's true. We both agree on that. But I also like how and all the stuff that Ryan should talk more about the EU on his channel. Ryan can do whatever he wants because it's his channel. But if you notice, every time someone at Lucasfilm tries to lie and say, for the first time ever, Ryan calls them out and says, no, actually, the books did it for the first time. And like Dawn of the Jedi was the last thing he called out. They said, for the first time ever, Dawn of the Jedi will focus 25,000 years. It's never been told before. You're lying. You're lying. You got that directly from the EU, and Ryan will show that out. He's very intelligent when it comes to the expanded universe, which hurts my feelings even more that certain people at Legends Con did not want him to attend or did not want to partner with him. That's just ridiculous. And Brandon, a lot of people were excited about Disney Star Wars. I just knew that I like Star Wars for the expanded universe, and when they ended that, I said, "Okay, I'm gone." It wasn't table flipping. It wasn't me ranting and raving. You can check the video when the announcement came down. I said, "I think I'm done with Star Wars." Like I was just kind of saying that to myself. It's an old video where Ryan makes fun of me all the time, but you'd see the video start with me doing this and then doing this how it end because I didn't have editing equipment back then. So I would just turn the camera on, do a thing, and turn it off. But I was thinking there, I was like, wow, I did it the day Disney bought Lucasfilm. I was like, I said, they're going to get rid of the EU. And if they do, I think I'm done with Star Wars. Like, I was like, wow, am I really saying that? Because Star Wars was such a big, integral part of my life. And if the EU wasn't going to continue, I wasn't going to go along. And I just wasn't going to do it. And everyone's, oh, you'll watch the movie. You know you're going to watch the movies. I still to this day have never seen a single movie. Okay? I have no interest. There's not a hatred. There's just a lack of interest in Disney for me. Disney Star Wars. And I knew they would just run it to the ground. Matt, Nostradamus guessed it. Guess what? It's a big company. They're going to run it to the ground. You know they are. It's not that hard. It's not that. I think the most intellectual pick came from Critical Drinker when he said Kathleen Kennedy makes for a good chief executive, or what's the executive producer? She's a good producer, but she is not good at being creative and come up with her own ideas. She's good at following out orders from other people who have creative ideas, but she can't be the creative genius. And I think that was a good take by Critical Drinker. I really did. I thought, wow, that hit the nail on the head there. Sorry, I'm talking about over all this noise here. They're slamming stuff around right now. Hopefully you can't hear that. Yeah, Dark Empire. Okay, so this is fun. There's a few EU fans here too from Ryan's channel. But yeah, Dark Empire. I love Dark Empire when it came out. We all thought it was awesome, right? A cloned emperor. Oh man, he's back. And we all, we knew he wanted to live forever and he wanted clones. Yeah, we're for this. We didn't know much about the clones back then. But the story fits well today in the EU. And I thought I hated the artwork, Brandon, a long time ago. And an artist who, by the way, hates the EU. He likes Timothy Zahn's books, but he hates the rest of the EU. He's a good friend of mine. He told me, he said, Matt, you hate the coloring. Just look at the artwork, take away the coloring. And he was right. Cam Kennedy's artwork is beautiful. It's unique. No one else has ever copied it before. And I became a fan. And he kind of taught me, he was an artist himself and kind of schooled me in that, even though he hates I don't know if he hated that story, but he loves Cam Kennedy's artwork. So maybe he did like it. But he really hated the rest of the EU. He celebrated to me, jokingly, EU's dead. Yay. And I was like, boo, we just kidded and had fun. The internet said I should hate him. That's what the internet told me. It's a good thing I don't listen to that, right? Good thing I don't listen to that. Don't show up at your family's house if they voted for you-know-who. That's terrible advice. Love your family. Love your family. Always love your family. Love them even though you don't agree on everything. Always love your family. I will review. I am currently reading John Jackson Miller's Batman Resurrection. I am. Actually, you called me. I'll say it. That's what I'm reading right now. I love it. It's good so far. I want to read more. I was supposed to be reading right now, but I decided to do the stream. And so far, I think it's unbelievably good. I can't wait to see more. You loved it the second time. I mean, I loved it the first time. You know, I have a buddy in my crew that didn't like it either. And I was like, what? I thought a Western Obi-Wan, I just love that. Star Wars Western. That was just, I thought it was a great idea. I still love it. Hey, Melissa. Oh, no, Brandy, you lost Books in the Move. Did you lose Books in the Move? That hurts my heart. Yeah, mine was a little digest comic book. I didn't know how much it was worth, but it happened to be one of the more expensive ones. And I'm not kidding, 75 bucks for a banged up old library copy. I was pissed because I had a pristine one. And I didn't think to check the boxes because I have so many books. I didn't think. How's your dad's face? My dad's face. My dad's face. How's your dad? Oh, my dad face. Yeah, you saw the dad face. Yeah. Sorry. Hello, Quinlan Voss. Just talked to Brendan earlier. Yeah, the Coach Work, and they got a reprint recently through Marvel. I hear they're really good. I hear a lot of the Legends Marvel reprints are really good. Well, Matthew, not much has happened today. No big announcements. Kind of quiet on the EU front. And there's a few people who hate my guts. How am I ever going to get to sleep? How am I ever going to get? And that's the thing. There's one person in particular I know just despises me. And like I'll comment on their channel. Everyone who comments on their channel gets love except for me. I'm shocked. I may be even blocked. I don't know. But the thing is, though, I still, and people say, oh, Matt, this person said nasty things. They're saying nasty stuff about you. All right, here's the thing. I have nothing but love. That sounds cheesy. I don't have the hate. I don't have the hate. And that for that person in my heart, I just don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Carrying grudges, going around, spilling out rivals. It's just not there. It's just not there. Go ahead, hate away. That's fine. Hate until your heart's content. Just, gnash your teeth, ball up into fists, stress out. I probably wouldn't like a lot of things you say on social media either, but in the end, it's not going to bother me. It just isn't. I think we need to, take a step back, be more observant, see the big picture of things. Boy, how many other things can I spout off my soapbox, right? I'm not missing out on anything by seeing those movies. Yeah, and it's funny because I am now so ignorant of new canon. I am so ignorant. I made an ignorant comment on Ryan's channel today. I don't know. All I know is what people tell me, and then what people tell me, I forget. I forget what the story was about. The TV show was about. I just don't watch that. Oh, man, I think you'd really love Andor. I think I really don't care. In the kindest sense. Man, I love Andor. Okay. Love Andor. I don't. And the kindest, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's like me getting mad at you who maybe you don't care about baseball and go, I love the Mets. Okay. And you don't even watch baseball. What does it matter to you? That's kind of what the argument is when people say that. But I love the Disney Star Wars thing. Okay. Good. What am I supposed to say? That I hate you? You are banned. I do not want to team up with you ever. RPG. Awesome, Matthew. Yeah, when the kids get a little older, I'll be running through all the Westing game RPGs, I hope, one day. I first want to start with a, where is it, dadgummit? Ghostbusters RPG. I got the Ghostbusters from Westing Games, maybe a digital file, and print it all out. And there's a few Ghostbuster fans And I would love to play with them online someday. Yeah, and Fizzy, what he said is that Cam Kennedy, no one is like him. Hey, Legends Literature. And it's right. No one else is like his. I mean, you appreciate his artwork. And I love Boba Fett, the Boba Fett one-shots he did. And I just wasn't appreciating the artwork. And that's why, and I like OG's channel because she's an artist and she talks a lot about the comic books and the artwork. And the whole, and I've told her this a million times, but when I watch it, and I was going, dang it. I should have had someone on there to talk more about the artwork. Because that is a big, I mean, it's both visual. Comic books are very visual too, and artwork does make a big difference, a huge difference. And I just failed to do that with every comic review. I just stuck to the script, what the story was like. I did not mention the artwork. That's a big fail from Matt's Expanded Universe. Silver Phantom says, do I get bored with no new material? Well, there has been, I've been discovering things new every year. It seems like I discover something. Do I want to reveal this right now? Okay, so I found out, I'm not going to say anything else about this, but I found out that I've been sitting on something unknowingly for almost 3.5 years. And I'm such an idiot. And what happened was it started with a new phone, which I noticed cleared up some messages on my app that now an app that I could see. And I went, oh, and then that stirred me up to look at something else on I had to boot up my old computer. That thing's about to die, and found out that I had something and I've had it for years and I didn't realize. I'm so embarrassed. So that's why there's going to be more Matt's Expanded Universe episodes. I'm so embarrassed. So, but anyway, I'll say more later because right now I'm still, I got to finish Batman. I got to focus, even though I did cut into this other Star Wars story I haven't read before. But there seems to be, Silver, always something new. Now I found it in 2025, so 2025 is saved. I found some new to me EU stories. And they just seem, every time I think I have a complete collection, it seems like I find something new. Now, this next year, will I find anything in 2026? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Would the video game storylines suffice as new EU to me? Possibly. So there's still things to explore. Silver Phantom, great question though. Oh, you lost a whole box. I'm going to vomit, Brandon. I'm going to vomit. Matthew, Benjamin from Saturday Morning Salmon Flange, he's actually dungeon master. They do D&D. A lot of my gaming group does D&D on the side and stuff, and that's why I have to have odd times to do board games now. But I want to do a Star Wars RPG, but right now the kids are too little, and you have to really dedicate yourself to sit down and do an RPG for months, right, to get a storyline through. Well, Michael, you were so smart cataloging your books. I did not. This is an odd question. Back in the day, you used to go to the gym. Do you work out with less weights now that you're older? Well, that's rude. Obviously, you lose a step as you get older. I'll be honest. I got back on the elliptical, and I'm almost to where I was when I stopped. So I didn't lose that much stamina. On weights, yeah, I've lost a lot of muscle mass. Silver Phantom. However, I write dinner theater scripts and other theater scripts, and this just happens to be the year I'm selling them like hotcakes right now, and working at deals. There's a lot of things in the mix. One was sold recently, and more might be on the way. And there's one script that if it gets picked up, I was asked if I would return for the character. It's a superhero show. And I played the main superhero. I'd never been more fit in all my life. I was doing one-arm push-ups. That was the goal because I wanted to do a one-arm push-up to show everyone how strong I was. But holy crow, that was a lot. I was slamming it in the gym. And someone asked me if I would be the superhero again. I was like, woo! that's like getting back into Wolverine, Hugh Jackman shape, snickety snarl. So that's going to be an undertaking, but maybe I'll do it. I don't know. It'd be fine. I know my wife wouldn't mind. Muscle man back in town, but I really worked upper body and a little bit lower body too. You got to balance it out, but really work some upper body. So first off, people could feel my muscles in the tights. I had to wear tights, so I had to be somewhat muscular because they were tight. All right. In fact, so tight, I had to get a cup. But I remember I wanted to do, because we had a bar there. I said, I'm going to do a one-arm push-up. And so I do some one-arm push-up. Then we go, oh, because they didn't think, but I wanted to be like I was a real superhero. So, yeah, a lot of older ladies loved me back then. I wonder why. Anyway, though, but yeah, that'd be awesome. And, it looks like it's not a done deal until they announce it. But there's a show that I was going to, as a musical, me in a musical, never happens. But it's one of my favorite musicals. And I said, if it ever came, I'd audition for the lead. It's for a young man. Me, not young man. But I auditioned, got the role. And right as the show was about to premiere, the pandemic happened. Back when, you couldn't have groups of 250 or more. So they couldn't do the show because we sold out. We were at 265 or whatever. I was like, we can't do the show? I thought we were under 250. They said, no, we sold out. So we're just delaying it for 3 weeks. And then it never happened. And now the rumor is it's coming back. I will believe it when it gets officially announced. But there's been several talks. Matt, would you come back? Would you come back and accept the part? Yes. Why do you want me playing a young man? But if so, it's gonna be a busy. Someone told me you're gonna have a busy year because they think I'm gonna be doing a lot of theater. I used to be in theater for a little bit, so it was fun. I still do hometown commercials here. I'm hometown famous. Or if you're living in Arkansas or Mississippi or Idaho, you have seen me maybe because I do commercials for them. Every once in a while, because I have a good relationship, really. I don't think it's because of my acting skills, but I think I have a good relationship with the people involved. So every year, one of the three people call me. They rotate me. You can't have the same person hawking the same things over and over. Like right now, there's 2 ads of me playing, and that's kind of a bummer because that means I'm not going to get any work anytime soon. Like that car, I did a car ad, and let me see if it's on here. Hold on. If they put it up on YouTube, which I wouldn't be surprised. Hold on. Hold on. If I can find the commercial, I'm going to play it for you. Let me see. I hear they play the mess out of it on TV. I don't watch much TV. Shut up. Is this the commercial on the... No, that's not. That's another person. That's not me. They have another commercial on their website. All right. Hold on. Yeah, it's not on here. Hold on. Let me try YouTube. I sometimes I'll post these for everyone to see what an idiot I am. No, but they play the mess out of local TV. Sometimes I can find these commercials. Sometimes they send me links to it. But anyway, let's see. Oh, you need that. Oh, you watched Skeleton Crew. I mean, that's fine. Did you like it? I never played KOTOR. I know. Well, I'm waiting for Scran to play it, Darth Pauls, before I play it. Yeah, Matthew, I downloaded the Ghostbusters stuff and the expansion adventure. The guys are in the aliens from the 50. It looks like a 50s diner. So I want to play all of them together, but it looks really awesome. Some comic books are nothing without art. Yeah, I'm so behind. Yeah, no such thing as a complete EU collection because I have a ton of stuff, but I don't have anything. No, I've told you. Chris has Escape from Daggoo. Not me. I'm totally kidding. Hey, man, how's it going? Star Wars Marvel purist. I've never played. Melissa, back in the day, a group used to play in college, used to play Star Wars. And they was like, Matt, do you want to play our RPG? I was like, I don't want to play stupid RPG. I like reading the books. And I should have done it, right? I would have loved it. But I wasn't even into board games back then. Everyone's told me about the fan animation of Dark Empire. I need to watch it. I have not played any campaigns or video games, for that matter, when it comes to Star Wars. Oh, Heart of the Jedi. Awesome. You were able to grab a copy. That's great. One-arm push-up. What pull-ups? Pull-ups. Did I say push-ups? Pull-ups. One-arm pull-ups is what I was going to do. I could probably have done a push-up too, but one. So far, I really like Batman Resurrection. I'm trying to. I couldn't find the car ad. It's playing everywhere. Local TV. Oh, you did theater back in the day? That's nice. Okay, you like Cloak of Deceptions, Legends Literature. I thought it was his worst. I did not like it at all. I thought it was hodgepodge everywhere. They just gave each other a high five. That was kind of a cute moment. I'm glad I got to look at that. Earlier, she said, "Hey, Josh the nerd." She said, "Say please." He said, "Please," and she gave him something, and then they hugged. Nice moment there too. Yeah, I'd love to see Escape from Daggoo. Will we ever see it? I don't know. I hope so. But anyway, let me go. I got to get kids to bed. I got to change. I'm overdue in changing diapers. Who wants to go to bed? No. You hear that? Okay. So let me go. Thanks a lot. This was fun. And we'll talk again soon. Really, thank you. I appreciate this. You hear that? Don't want to go night-night. All right. Do you guys want to go night-night? Daddy wants to go night-night. That's for sure. All right, guys. I'll see you later. You guys have a wonderful